Today we're going to do our story first. I'm Larry Bates and I'm with Create Better Health, and we're doing fun food and reading program today. And our story is called Tops and Bottoms. A fun picture. Look at that cute bear and the rabbit or the hare. Neat. And then if you go to the title page, you'll see some fun vegetables. And it'll say Tops and Bottoms, and it was written and illustrated by Janet Stevens. She's a really good author, and she does a good job on her artwork, so you may want to look at her other books. Okay, get comfy. Here we go. Look at that bear. His cute shoes. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Give you a chance to look at that. Darling. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had one's own land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. Look at all those fun rabbits. I guess they call them hares with this story, though. Neat. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was sleeping. Hello, Bear! Wake up! It's your neighbor. Hare and I have an idea. Bear opened one eye. He grunted. And we can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is the field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir. Bear, we're in it together. I'll work and you'll sleep. Huh? Said the bear. So what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see. Bear said with a yawn. Oh, I'll take the top half. Hare said, all right. Tops it is for you. The hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. Look how fun. You ever feel like that bear sometimes? Where you're just so tired? Okay. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, and Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Look at that, family work together. Pretty neat. The bear's just sleeping. But Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I'll get the bottoms. Hare and his family dug up the carrots and the radishes and the beets, and Hare plucked off all the tops and tossed them into a pile for Bear and put the bottoms aside for himself. Look at that, and he's still sleeping. They're hard workers. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all of the best parts are on your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. He's got the tops all over him. Oh my goodness. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. And when it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery, and Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and cut up the tops in his own pile. He's a tricky rabbit. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you've treated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You'll plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "Oh, you're right. Poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, they watered, they weeded, and then watered and weeded some more. I like her bottom, that's cute. Bear slept as the crops grew, and when it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! It's time you get the tops and the bottoms." There in front of Bear's house laid a high field of corn, and Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged at the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. And then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middle. Yes, sir. Bear, it's a deal." By now, Bear was wide awake. "Well, that's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I will plant my own crops and take the tops, the bottoms, and the middles." Hare and his family scooped out the corn and hopped down the road towards home. Bear never again slept through the season of planting and harvest. Hare bought back his land with the profits from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. Oh my goodness. The end. And this is a picture picture of Janet Stevens.
Okay, so our lesson today is on grains. And this is what wheat looks like when it's dried. And the little seeds are in these little pocket buds right here. Isn't that neat? Then that comes out and it looks like this. And this is rice, but wheat looks very similar to what that is. And then it's processed and milled down to a flour, and we make things like pita bread and breads and rolls and all kinds of fun things from the flour that's milled. And we're going to use that with our snack today. This is the kernel, but it's been blown up really big. So there's the outside and the middle, and this is the white flour that they take this and this off, and then they get white flour, and then they put this on, and it's called whole wheat flour, and it's pretty cool to create here. And you'll see the grains in the orange section on his stomach right here, on his chest. And so we need to eat grain and whole grain, half whole grain and half refined flours like white flour, each and every day, about 5 ounces. So a pita bread like this would be probably 2 servings or 2 ounces. We would consider that to be 2 if we ate the whole thing. But if we only ate half, it would be 1. So should we get started with our snack? Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take some Greek yogurt, and we're going to put it in a bowl. Get a half a cup of Greek yogurt. What's in here is about a half. Yeah, I think we'll just use the whole thing. Okay. So just put this little bowl container in here because it measures just a little above probably a half. Okay. Then we're going to put some seasonings in it. We're going to get some Italian seasoning. And we are going to add a half of a teaspoon of that into here. And then we're going to put some, this is the garlic and onion powder put together. So we're just going to do a whole teaspoon of that because we put them together. Some salt. Put it over our dish so we don't make a mess. And we're going to need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So maybe a little bit more to put some flavor into it. Okay, then we're going to take our spatula and we're just going to mix that up so that it has time to get all combined, all those flavors into our Greek yogurt. So that's going to be like our dressing that goes on top of our sandwich. Okay, good. All mixed in, just like that. Okay? So we're going to just put this off to here and put our spatula with it because we're going to need it. Take some carrots, which are a root vegetable. And we're just going to be careful. Have your mom and dad help you with this. And we're just going to put our carrot long ways on our shredder because this is really sharp. And we don't want you to cut yourself. So be really, really careful. But likely your mom and dad are going to do it for you. But then when you have the carrot all ready, it will look like this. A knife or a lettuce knife if you have one. Turn our broccoli upside down, and we've rinsed this beforehand, okay? And we're going to take some of the florets or the flowers off of our broccoli. We're just going to cut those up. I'm going to cut this to really small pieces. And be careful of your fingers. Table knives don't normally cut you, but good to be safe anyway, right? Okay, so get that really small. Or you could use scissors if you know how to use scissors. That would work too. But table knife is good, and then you don't have to worry about cutting yourself, and if you don't know how to use scissors, it's good. Okay, so now we have these two all ready to go. And we're going to take our pita bread. Whoops, there goes Captain Create. He went to take a nap. Okay, so we're going to take our pita bread like this, and we're going to spread our bread with our dressing that we just made. But I'm going to get some scissors, or I can use my knife probably. And we're just going to cut this in half. Again, you could use scissors or your table knife. It's up to you which one. So we're going to cut it in half. Okay, that's half. One half. One half makes one whole. And then we're going to cut it again in half. Okay, so this half, we cut it again to make a fourth. And we'll do the other side too. So we have them all cut like that. And now this is something you can probably do, as your mom and dad have helped you with the other parts. And is we're going to spread just a little bit of dressing on top of here, like this, on all of our pieces of pita. Not too much, because you don't want like gobs on it. Just enough. Kind of like you would maybe a little bit of jelly or something. Okay, that's 3. One more. And you could make it for the whole family as a really good snack or lunch. Okay, there's 4. So I'm just going to put them back on our plate. So get them back on here. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put some carrot on the bottom of this. And then let's put some green top on it for the leaf part of the carrot. Isn't that pretty? And there we go. That's our snack for today. Isn't that fun and colorful? So crunchy and yummy. Yes. So you will do that with all of your slices, and you could use any vegetable that you would like. So if you don't want to use carrots, you could use parsnips, or maybe you could do different colored carrots, like purple ones or yellow ones. That would be neat. So you can see it didn't take very much of the vegetable. It was just really fast and easy. What a wonderful treat this would make for this weekend, right? And there you go. And everyone can have a slice and enjoy it and be healthy all at once, right? So we've got broccoli, carrots, we have dairy, so we have vegetables, dairy, and we have grain. That's 3 food groups. That is what we need when we have a snack, right? So let me show them to you. Vegetable is the green. And then we have Greek yogurt. That would be in the protein section. Or even dairy. It could be a crossover. And then grains is the bread. Pretty neat. This is a really good snack, so I hope you give it a try. This is Larry Bates, from my home to yours. Bye now.